This has probably been one of the most requested videos since I started on YouTube, and I'm very thrilled today to show you guys 2 ways that I polish my beautiful vintage brass. Now it's time for one of my favorite things to do. I love to polish brass, even though I don't polish almost any of my sterling silver jewelry because I love the patina on it. I have always loved the very modern, bright, shiny look of polished brass animals and figurines. So today I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can polish brass. These guys are in desperate need of a little bit of love, and I think that they're gonna look so cool and regal once they're all polished up. This is a very simple 2-ingredient natural way to polish your brass. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these lemons, and I don't know if you guys have seen this trick before, but if you push the lemon around on a table or your countertop, it makes it a little bit more juicy, and that's what we're gonna want for this. We really want this to produce lots of juice because that acid in there is what's gonna make this shiny. And then I just have table salt right here in this dish. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll all 3 of these around, and then we're gonna cut them in half, dip them in the salt, and start polishing.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell you, mama.
Make sure you get lots of salt on there and keep reapplying the salt. And then just watch how this color changes. It's so fun. It's like a science experiment when you're a kid. I definitely prefer doing this with the lemon and the salt over the chemical products because it smells so much better, but it's also a little bit more exciting to just see a natural reaction versus a chemical. I mean, when you're polishing with a chemical, you know it's doing what it's supposed to do, but this is like magic. It's so cool. Look at that.
I tell you, Papa, too. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love. So I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too.
So one thing you might notice is that when you first start really removing this patina, it starts to get almost like a rose gold or copper look. That is nothing to worry about. Just keep going, keep scrubbing it. Eventually, when it's all complete, it will lighten and look like that beautiful pale brass color.
I'm gonna tell you that I need you. I need you every day. You'll get weary of my touch. That's how much I'm gonna tell you that I want you.
If you start to get to a spot where you feel like some of these darker areas are just not lifting, don't hesitate to use a nice rag, or you can even use a scrub brush. And it just needs a little bit of extra grit on there, more than the salt, to really get in there. They will take a little bit of time, but they will lift. And there we have it. Sometimes I've noticed that you can still slightly see the discoloration, and the same thing here going down his nose. But after it all settles and you get it rinsed with warm water, I feel like a lot of that ends up disappearing and you can't see the contrast as much. But if you're still worried about those spots, just keep working on them. When you're all finished and you're happy with how it looks, give it a rinse with some nice warm water and use a towel to quickly dry him off. And then let them just set, and pretty soon here you'll see that this one will lose a little bit of that pinkish color and it'll be more warm yellow like the one over there.
than a dime. Sets my soul on fire and helps me unwind.
Here's what I'm going to be using today. This is a Wright's brass cream, and I've been using this for years. This stuff works great. I always wear a pair of gloves when I do it. It's got this very thick, kind of like a paste texture to it. And what I do is I just put my gloves on, grab a glob, and just start rubbing. It takes a lot of work and a lot of patience, but it's going to be worth it. Once I've got a lot of it rubbed on here, that's when I get out my washcloth and I start rubbing. And that's where you really start to do the work. The bull's getting a little bath. Gotta get all them curves and nooks and crannies. Next up are these little cuties. How adorable are these little mid-century brass birds? I love these little guys. They definitely have some heavy patina. I think it's this one that has, yeah, they need some serious rubbing, but I think that these deserve to be a nice, beautiful, shiny brass to have that very modernist look. So these guys are next. Now on these areas that have a very heavy patina, I typically use 0 grade steel wool, and this is the one that I use here. I either use 0 or sometimes I have a pack of the 00, but I'm out of that right now, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and try it with this one. And you just rub that on those spots and it helps get those pieces loose without scratching the brass. Look at that color shining through. He's already turned it into a beautiful piece. Okay, this guy is cleaning up unbelievably well, but look how funny this is. I'm contemplating leaving that one little spot right there because look how perfect that is for a little eyeball form. But wait, is there one over there too? Oh my gosh, too funny. There is, there's one on each side. Wait, they don't have eyeballs, do they? Nope. Nope. Okay, I was gonna say that would just be too funny if I was trying to polish off an eyeball that already existed, but I'm gonna get rid of them because the other one doesn't have it. And look at the difference already. This guy isn't even polished all the way up. This is gonna be great.
But now you're gone and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby, I didn't forget you. Hey, no, I didn't forget you, baby.
This is just 2 ways that you can polish your brass, and I know that there are a lot more other options out there. So I would love to hear your tips and your tricks and any other products that you use in the comments below. One of the things I love the most about the internet is it's such a great place for everybody to come together and share their knowledge. So if you have any knowledge that you could share with me and with others, please comment below. And if you've got some brass critters out there needing a little bit of love, today is the day. Get that lemon and that salt out and have some fun. This was a lot of fun putting together this episode for you guys. If there's anything else that you guys are wanting to hear from me, to learn about, whether it's from reselling or decorating or even cooking, since you know I love to cook, please let me know in the comments below and I will get it on my schedule and get rocking on some new videos for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys in a brand new episode soon.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100